everybody. Today I have a new addition to my ball python family that I want to share with everybody. I just picked this snake up today. It's a pastel orange dream, female. So let me give you a little bit of backstory on this snake before I show you the actual snake. So about a week ago, I'm browsing through the Facebook reptile ads in my area, a Facebook group, and somebody had posted a question saying, you know, is there anybody with any reptiles within a certain distance of the Hamburg, Pennsylvania area? And so people are responding back saying, yeah, I got this, we got this, we got that. Well, somebody posted up, you know, I have a normal ball python male that I don't pay attention to. He's free if you want him. So I noticed that nobody responded to this person, so I responded back saying, hey, you know, if this male's still available, I'm interested. So within about a half an hour, they responded back to me saying, yes, I have the snake. If you want, you can come pick it up. I did my research on the person before I contacted them. They were about an hour and 15 minutes from my house. So when I responded back to this person, they responded back to me saying they're from Sunbury, PA, or somewhere up in the Sunbury, PA area. And that's about 2 hours away. So I was like, all right, I'll go pick it up. So I went to go pick up the snake. It was a male. I got the tank with it, heat pad, big 30-gallon tank, and the snake. Now, I was actually kind of surprised because the snake was enormous. I mean, it was a big male. A little too big for what I have here, you know. In fact, the snake was so big that I didn't even think it was a male. I thought it was a female. I mean, I laid her out and measured him. He was 4.5 feet long and weighed almost 5 pounds. He was big. I took the snake up to my brother's house, as a matter of fact, so he could sex it for me, because I don't know how to sex snakes that size. He sexed it for me. It turned out it definitely was a male. It was a big male. So it was a male. He was big, but it was a male. After a couple days of having the snake, I kind of realized he's a little too big. I couldn't accommodate him correctly. So I put him on Craigslist to see if somebody wanted to buy him. So within 2 days, somebody responded back to me saying, you know, do I want to trade the snake for an Xbox One? So of course I said no. I thought that was just some kind of scam anyway, you know. So they responded back again saying, you know, if you don't want to do the Xbox, I have some snakes I can trade. So I said, what kind of snakes you got? She said, I have a female pastel orange dream. Sent me a few pictures, and I'm like, this is crazy. Who in the right mind would trade a more female for this big old ugly male, you know? So after messaging back and forth, it seemed like she was pretty serious. It turns out that this woman who wanted to trade me the snake also lived in Sunbury, Pennsylvania. So I'm like, this is definitely getting weird now. It definitely felt like a scam. Maybe the person who I got the snake from originally stole the snake from this new person who's responding to me now. So I was kind of iffy if I want to go up there and get it or not. So I spoke to the woman on the phone, and she seemed, I'm not going to say she wasn't smart, but it just seemed like her perception of snakes was a little different than mine. You know, she was more concerned with, oh, you know, I bought this snake, I got it off Morph Market, it's not growing, you know, I want a big snake, and you have yours, I'm willing to trade it. So I'm like, if that's your goal, then by all means, I'll be up there in 2 hours. You can have this male, and I'll definitely take the female. I mean, she's been a little bit impatient. I don't think she realized what she had. Not that it was anything major, like a major morph, but orange dreams are pretty nice snakes. Now, I'm going to pull the snake out now and show you guys she's a nice snake. She was a little jumpy when I first got her, but within the first hour of me having her, she definitely calmed down a lot. So this is her. Beautiful orange dream. Now, she is not at her best right now. If you look at her eyes, she's definitely in shed. It looks like her eyes went past the blue stage, the gray stage, and she's now clearing up, and she'll be shedding within a day or two. So I'm gonna not make this a two-part video, but I'm gonna kind of pause it now, and I'll bring the video back and finish this video up when she's finished in her shed, so you can get an even better look at her. So this is her. So I'll see you after she sheds. All right, so I'm back with the update of the female pastel orange dream. Now you might notice there's a new little prop here. There's a wash line. Don't worry about it. like I said, it is the basement, so I gotta make do with what the space I have. So we're gonna pull the Orange Dream out and take a look at her. All right, so here she is. Pastel female Orange Dream. Now I just want to start off by saying that when I was waiting for her to shed to see what she looked like, I was really gassing myself up into thinking she was gonna look way better than what she does now. I'm not saying she doesn't look good. I like her. But when you go online and look at different morphs, especially something like this, I never owned an Orange Dream or a Pastel. So going online and watching YouTube videos and checking these things out, you're seeing the best of the best in most cases, you know. So I had myself going crazy thinking I had something extraordinary. Now, the fact I got it for free, that's a deal breaker right there. It was no brainer. I had to go pick her up for the trade on the big male. It just made sense. She didn't fit my program, my breeding program, my ideas, but she was free and I had to go get her. And there was a channel I watched, a video I watched from a guy named Royal Constrictors, I believe his name is, Royal Constrictors. He's from here in the U.S. But he had an Orange Dream video he had put out with all his Orange Dreams, different projects he had going on. And he happened to pull out a female Pastel Orange Dream. And she was breeder size, but she looked just like this. I mean, just like this. Her coloration, everything was pretty much the same as this female right here. So I was pretty happy in the fact that she was a full-grown female and she held her color very well. I mean, this may be one of the prettiest snakes that I'll have in adult age, you know. So I'm pretty happy to have this snake. I never said this in the last part of the video, but when I went and got her from the lady, first thing she said to me was, "Oh, she's not going to get any bigger than this." And anything I had to say as far as the good things about the snake, I'm trying to hold to myself because I want to break this deal. But I got in the car and I'm thinking to myself, this is as big as she's going to get. This lady don't even know. Like, she don't even know. I almost felt bad, like, when I went home. I said, this lady really didn't even know. She wasn't patient enough to wait. You know, she made the wrong decision in making the trade for this snake. But having this snake now, it makes me change a lot of my ideas as far as males that I'm going to be buying, you know. I do, on one hand, think it's good to have two males in there, especially with the amount of snakes I'm going to have. Just in case one male doesn't lock on, I have an extra male. But now I'm looking at males with a whole lot of different genes, you know. I'm looking at some of the males that have, you know, Enchi, super Orange Dream Enchis. I mean, if I put one of those males under her, I'd have some gorgeous babies. But then I think, what about the other females, you know? So it's like, there's males out there with the combination of genes that are just lesser Orange Dream het for clown. I can find a male like that, you know. My heater just turned on, so I'm going to try and talk a little louder. But, yeah, it makes me think about my combos and what I can put together with this. I definitely want to keep my original plan as far as what I want to produce. But I can also add some genes into the male to accommodate her and still accommodate the females and see if I can prove everything out to be clown. If I get a 100% het clown male. So, I'm not going to keep you guys too much longer. Like I said, my heater just turned on. I try to come down here when the heater's off. But this is pretty much her. She's looking pretty nice. If anybody out there wants to comment and, you know, comment on the snake and let me know what they think about it. Is this a Pastel Orange Dream? I believe it is. I've seen other snakes like this online, and they look like her. I mean, she has a lot going on as far as the spots going on in her patterns here. But at some parts she doesn't. You know, at some parts she has less going on. And so she's not the perfect example of what one of these should look like. But looking at other Pastel Orange Dreams, she looks a lot like other Pastel Orange Dreams. So I'm pretty happy to get this snake. I'm happy with the trade. And I'm happy to see what I'll be able to produce for her in the future. So I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. I already said it once. My heater's forcing me to talk louder than what I want to. But this is her. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you guys in the next video.